Selective enforcement. It's got a real liberal sound to it. Are you doing a piece on them or us?
Poor choice of words, I apologize.
You know, no offense, but if you think you're gonna make the government care about these people, you're crazy.
Why not? The powers that be created this situation. These people, the good and the bad, are products of the environment that the government created. Perhaps your job is blinding you to that.
Is that what you think? That all cops have got a us against them mentality?
You're a young, white, middle-class cop, right? You probably live in a suburban neighborhood miles from the area that you patrol, and no doubt are a registered Republican. Am I right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make you a bad person. It just shows you how polarized this community has become.
But do you understand that none of this is interesting to people like me? And if your audience doesn't consist of us young white Republicans, you're not really gonna get the advertisers, right?
An investigative piece is made as food for the brain, not for advertisers' dollars.
Yeah, well, I guess my brain just doesn't eat what your restaurant is serving.
Boss is ready for you guys.
Let's go.
All right. Come on, Matt.
Hey, Chief. This is Savan. He's the guy we're supposed to assist while him and his crew film inside Harmony.
And this is my assistant, Matthew. I am doing an investigative piece on the city. I have not locked into the exact angle, but the main focus will revolve around the area known as Camp Harmony. Thank you for the assistance you're providing, Chief Kane. So pleased to meet you.
So I'll dedicate myself and at least one other member of my team to do security for y'all while you're in the area. I just appreciate it if you do what we say so that nobody gets hurt.
Chief, I'm not saying I'm as experienced as you, but last year, I had 2 attempts on my life because of a piece I did on organized crime. So, believe me, I do know a thing or two about survival.
Well, I'm sure you do know how to handle yourself. But these people in Camp Harmony, they really don't care about you documenting their plight.
Well, that's why we have you, isn't it?
Right.
In position.
Predictable, if nothing else.
We need to get something that ties him to that murder attempt on Gates. Is there any other footage?
No, we had to pull Juliet off him so she could back up Kane at Camp Harmony.
You're kidding me, right?
No.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
What?
The despair on the faces of these people. The victims who realize help will never arrive, and if it does, they might be victimized by the very people they turn to for help.
Victimized. Cops are the good guys. You know that, right?
Depends what side of the fence you're standing on, young lady. Fact is, that old man that just scurried into the shadows is a victim that has been forced to take the role of predator.
Predator. That's an old homeless man. The only thing he's hunting are cans and plastic bottles. That's not a good idea. You go poking your head around these old buildings and you're likely to get shot.
Sir, didn't you hear what she said? Come on.
You gave me your word that this would be taken care of.
I thought it would be.
How many more men do we have to lose? And for what? Ecstasy? When this is over, it will be over, we're getting out of Seattle. Yes. I want you on a plane tonight. You'll handle this personally. I want that cop taken care of. Do you understand me?
How's Sabano's assistant?
Oh, they're shaking up it okay. Tells me it's not the first time someone's taken shots at him.
You know, boss, between you and I, I'm not so sure he was the target. I mean, around here, man, they could have been shooting at anybody. Could have been me, could have been anybody.
The shooter tossed the gun. ATF's running a trace.
All right. What's the deal? Is he still planning on going through with this?
Unfortunately, yeah. Thinks it's going to be great publicity for his piece.
That's a real Hollywood guy.
Well, it's the right MO. It fits.
I would explain why Stephanie would never want for a gun.
Right. Zolo would know that he can walk right up on her. There must have been something in that file that Zolo didn't want Gates to see.
Y'all have looked through the file thoroughly, right?
At least a dozen times.
So Zolo was dealing with the bad guys the entire time. And what was the name of the guy who tried to kill Gates?
Frank Wasserman.
We should check his arrest record. See what makes a guy from the DEA connect with this group.
Sarah, see if you can get a hold of somebody from Vegas Metro. They had a parole warrant in the system for a Wasserman. Find out what the original case was for and where he did his time.
You got it.
Yeah, we'll cross-reference his jobs, friends, family, everything. I'm betting there's a paper trail showing that Zolo and Wasserman have a prior relationship.
Well, if we could have access to the DEA's case files, but...
Yeah, if we did that, we would be fired, burned at the stake, stoned to death. But... password for the files.
Thanks, boss.
You've reached the voicemail of Kathy Mason. Please leave a message after the beep.
Mason, Chief's rolling out to Harmony. It's your turn.
Of course.
Gates, here's the latest. We're focusing on Stephanie's partner. We're looking for any affiliation with the dope dealers.
What's the partner's name?
Victor Zolo.
By the way, I know it's wrong and it's not PC, but I'm really craving a sponge bath.
I've landed.
What do you got?
I just had Nevada State Prison run all the visitors Wasserman had before he was paroled.
Let me guess, Zolo paid him a visit.
How do you know that?
Because I'm smarter than you.
Wow. You know you sound just like Radner, which is bad. Anyways, I bet you don't know why he went to go see him. Because Zolo and Wasserman are cousins.
Are you gonna be mad if I tell you I already knew that?
Are you serious?
I just went through both agents' reports, and the relationship is in Stephanie's report, but not Zolo's.
So Zolo freaks out when he finds out that Stephanie knows that him and Wasserman are cousins. And then the night Stephanie goes to meet Gates, Zolo has his cousin try to kill them.
But he wasn't expecting Gates to get the drop on Wasserman.
Let's do this.
Sarah, he's at the ATM now. You got him.
You know this violates about half a dozen federal laws.
Rules went out the window when they tried to kill Gates, right?
I hate to rationalize breaking the rules, but yeah, you're right. Juliet.
Is it good?
It's better than good. You're not gonna believe how much this guy has in his account.
see on his account?
A lot. He has more money than any cop I've ever met.
Shut fire!
Juliet? Juliet, are you okay?
Juliet!
Relax, I'm fine. I need backup over here ASAP. Tell Kane he needs to respond to my location.
Okay, what happened?
We just lost our #1 suspect.
What's going on, Kane-san?
All right?
Matt, they'll do into the night shots. Thank you.
Night shots. Just how much time do you think we're gonna be spending with y'all out here?
Chief Kane, I understand, but
Look, man, I got other priorities and all kinds of stuff going on, you know?
we were promised by the sheriff that you would be at our disposal. Shall I call him to clarify that?
I mean, it's just not safe out here. Yeah.
Boss, Agent Zolo's been hit. Juliet's on the scene, but we need you back here ASAP.
All right.
We're gonna send a uniform to pick you up.
Man, I'm on my way.
Okay, thanks, boss.
Mason, I got a black and white coming out here for me. I'm gonna have to jump in there and get into town for some urgent stuff. Do me a favor and watch Savon. Stay with the children. Make sure that the locals don't eat them.
We'll take care of it, boss. South Harmony's got some beautiful sunsets. You're gonna love it.
Brilliant. That'll make for a great transition. Set up nicely for our night shots.
Love it. Drop your weapon! Stand down! I'm a cop!
Where's Kane? Matt, get the shot.
I'm a police officer! I don't want to do this, guy!
Don't let them see you.
Drop your
This is
gun
unbelievable.
now. Now.
You got that attachment I sent you?
Yeah, I did.
That's the bank statement that Zola was holding when he was gunned down.
That's a hell of a lot of money for a cop.
That's for sure. I ran a check on Zola after Stephanie's murder. I also pulled his bank records. Looks like he was on the drug dealer's payroll.
Well, Rimmich probably found out about Zola's cousin Wasserman and got killed for it.
But then who was driving the car that killed Zolo?
Probably just the dealer's dirtbags tying up loose ends.
Why would they kill an active DEA agent, man? It just doesn't make sense. Agent would have too much value to them, you know?
Like, why are we still discussing this? Of course it was them. Who else could it be? Listen, Kane. This is a serious black eye to my agency. I would appreciate it if you would back off. Just let me close this case out. We gotta put this behind us. Let's go.
We got a problem, man. Mason just sent me a text message saying he wants us to meet him at Davis Container Yard.
What for?
That's what doesn't make sense. Mason's not the kind of guy who would send me a text. He'd call me directly. So, something's going on.
You think someone's trying to set you up?
If that's the case, Mason's either dead or being used as bait. Gear up and let's get going.
Let's go.
We're going to die, aren't we?
So I hope not. Still got a lot of things in my life I want to say and I want to do.